Hi everyone, I am Prachi Agarwal. Welcome to our channel, Learn Competitive Programming with CodeChef. If you are interested in competitive programming and want to learn and master data structures and algorithms, then this is a one-stop destination for you. Every week, we'll post CodeChef problem explanations, conceptual videos on various programming paradigms, and also conduct live problem-solving sessions. But before we actually get started, here's a reminder to hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet already. So great, now that you have subscribed, let's get started. Today we'll be solving the problem Split the String, which is a cakewalk problem from the October Cook Off. Now let us see the agenda for today. First, we will try to understand the problem statement, then the concept behind solving the problem, a proper summary of whatever concept we have discussed and also the problem statement in short. And finally, we'll see the code and I'll be coding in Python. So let's get started. So before we rush to the problem statement, I have some great news with you. Unacademy, in association with CodeChef, has come up with live competitive programming classes. Yes, you heard me right. So these classes will be taken by the top coding experts from around the world, ICPC finalists, women techmakers, and whatnot. So if you are interested in really learning competitive programming and about data structures and algorithms, then you must join this course. So it is only $999 per month and you can get an instant 10% discount by using my referral code, which is given in the description box below. It is Prachi16. So please do subscribe for 1 month and get your competitive programming going. Okay, so today we have a problem based on strings. We are given a string S whose length is n. Like you can refer in this example, I have taken a string S which is equals to CA, BCA, and I have already written it in the form of an array because that is how we deal any string or any space separated integers that are given to us. So this is our string S and the length of the string is 5, that is represented by n. Now we need to determine if it is possible to find two non-empty strings A and B such that it follows these two conditions. The first condition is that A plus B should be equals to the original string. That means if we concatenate these two non-empty strings, if we join them together, then it will give us the original string, that is S. And the second condition is that B is a substring of A. That means this string B, it must be present in the string A. So what it actually means, both these conditions eventually means that we need to find a certain point in our string S such that if we divide the string S from that point, then the second part of the string will be present in the first part of the string. So suppose like this is our string and if we divide our string at this point, that means after the second index, if we divide it, then we will be able to satisfy our condition. Why? Because as you can see, CA, that is present on the third and fourth index, is also present on the 0 and first index. So CA is a substring of this part of the string. So we will say that this is part A of the string and this is part B, and then if we concatenate A and part A and part B, then we are also getting the original string and B is also a substring of A. So both our conditions are satisfied, and that is what we exactly need to find out, that if we can satisfy these two conditions or not for a certain given string. So let us see how we can solve this problem. But before that, we'll also check out the input, output and constraints. So the input given to us will be, the first line will contain the number of test cases, and for each test case we will be given a single integer n which denotes the length of the string, and the second line will contain the string itself. Then for the output, we just need to print yes if we are able to satisfy the two conditions that are given to us that we just discussed. and otherwise if we cannot satisfy those conditions, then we will print no as the answer. So this is quite simple. Now let us have a look at the constraints also. So constraints, you can see that n is the upper range is up to 10 to the power 5. So definitely in this we cannot use a brute force approach. I'll tell you why when we'll discuss the actual concept of the problem. Then I'll tell you why we can't use brute force approach here. And then second of all, we'll only be given lowercase English letters in our string. So that will be a plus point because we will not have to check out for the lowercase and uppercase letters separately. Yeah, so these are the constraints. Now let us have a look at the final concept on how we can solve the problem. Alright, so let us discuss the concept now. This is the example that I have taken for you. This is a string CODFGPOD and it is of length 8, so n equals to 8. And these are the conditions that I need to satisfy. That is, if I divide the string S into A and B, then that division has to be at such a point that part B is also present in A as it is. That means part B is a substring of A. So let us find out how we can do that in a very simple way. I know the first thing that will come to your mind is that we can check for all the possibilities of A and B and then decide whether we can divide the string in such a way or not that B must be a substring of A. So let us see what will be the possibilities of A and B. So what I have done here is that I have divided string S into A and B in all possible ways. So what are the possible ways? So first time we can make our cut here, that is after index 0, and this will be part A and the rest of the string will be part B. Then second time what we can do, we can make our cut here after the index 1, and this part will be string A and the rest of the part will be string B. So that is what I have done. And you can notice that A will, as A keeps on increasing, part A, likewise part B will keep on decreasing, right? So out of all these possibilities, which one do you think will fit into matching our conditions? So our condition was that B has to be a substring of A, right? So definitely till here, I mean, you can notice that B will not be a substring of A, definitely, right? So now when we come to the second last string, then we can notice that OD is also present in A as it is. B is OD and B is present in A as it is. B is a substring of A. So definitely we can, from here we can make out that yes, this string will satisfy our both the conditions. But we can also say that if OD is present in A, then all the substrings of OD will also be present in A. What does that mean? That what are the substrings of OD that you can see here? So the substring of OD that is a part of B is this D. That is the last letter. So this last letter will also be a part of A if OD is a part of A. So this is the substring of OD. So likewise, if suppose POD would also have been present in A, just think for a moment. Then if POD is present in A, then we can also say that all the substrings of POD will also be present in A. That means OD will be present in A and D will also be present in A. So what can we say from this observation is that we can only just check for the last letter always, that if this last letter is present in the rest of the string or not. And if this last letter is present in the rest of the string, that means that we can divide our string at such a point where B will be a substring of A. That means the second part of the string will be a substring of the first part. But if this last letter is not present in the rest of the string anywhere, so then we will never be able to satisfy these two conditions. So our problem will just reduce to checking for this last element, that if it is present anywhere in the rest of the string or not. And we will not have to use brute force, that is find out all these possibilities of A and B and check for each possibility separately, that is B a substring of A or not. So we don't have to do that. And anyways, if we try to use this approach, then our problem will never work. It will never get accepted. Why? Because as you noticed in the constraints, that n is less than equal to 10 to the power 5. So the upper range for the length of the string was 10 to the power 5. And here what we'll have to do is that, as you can see, that this is running. There are 7 possibilities and we'll be checking it 7 times. So our complexity, if we do it by taking all the possibilities, will be n square. And n square complexity will never get accepted if our range is 10 to the power 5. So that is why what we need order of n time complexity, and that will be our time complexity if we follow this approach, that is checking the last letter is present in the rest of the string or not. Okay, so now let us discuss a quick summary, or you can say the steps that we need in order to actually solve the problem. So all you need to do is check each element of string s dot substring 0, n minus 1 with the last element. What does that mean? That we will substring the string s from 0 to n minus 1. So we will check all the elements of the string from 0 to index 6 with the last element. If this last element matches any of the element which is present in this part of the string, then we can say that our conditions will be satisfied and we will print yes as the answer. Otherwise, if no match is found, then we will print no as the answer. So like here you can see that our last element is E, and in rest of the string, that is the substring of S from 0 to less than the last element, we cannot find E anywhere. So that means it is not possible to satisfy these two conditions. So for this, we will print no as the answer. And in the last example, we had D here, if you remember. So then definitely D was present in this part of the string. So the answer to the previous example was definitely a yes. So that's it, guys. Now let us discuss the code. Just a reminder, guys, have you considered subscribing to the Unacademy live classes that is specially for competitive programming? If not, then do go for it, because it will be great for you. There will be live sessions, doubt solving sessions, practice problems, and you can always, ask your doubts whenever you have them from the top coding experts of the world. So go for it if you want to enhance your competitive programming skills and data structures and algorithms, which is the current industry trend. Then you should definitely go for this course. And it is just rupees 999 per month, and you will also get an instant 10% discount by using my referral code, which is Prachi16. So go for it and keep coding. Okay guys, so now we will discuss the code which is in Python, and on your right you can see that there is variable description, so that if you want to refer to what the variables denote at any point of time, then you can do so. So the first few lines denote just the input, like we have input for the number of test cases on the first line, and then we have run a loop so that we can input for each of the test case. For each test case, the first line of input will be the length of the string and the string itself, which I have stored in variables n and s respectively. After that, our main code will start from here. In this variable last, I am storing the last element of our string or the last character of the string, because with that character we have to match the rest of the string if any character matches that character or not. And we have one check variable that is known as found, which is initially 0, which means false. It means that we have not found a match in the entire string for the last character. So we will run a loop from 0 to n to less than n minus 1. Why? Because if like suppose your length of the string is 8, then you will then at index 7 you will have your last character, which you need to check with each character from 0 to less than n minus 1, that is from 0 to 6. So that is what this loop will exactly do. And then it is checking if s of I equal last. So that means that we are checking for each character of the string with the last character, and if this condition becomes true at any point of time, then we will make found also true. That means we have found a match for the last character in the rest of the string, and we will come out of the loop, because that means if we find a match, it means that we can satisfy the conditions that were given to us, and in that case our answer will be yes. So after coming out of the loop, we will just need to check that if our found is 1, that means we have found a match, then we will print yes, otherwise we will print no, and this is the problem. So we have discussed the code, guys. Now this is one way of solving it, but there are numerous other ways of solving this problem too. So I hope that you will discover those ways on your own, and you can mention those ways in the comment section if you'd like.